Hi everyone, it's day 2 of the Strike Back Videoathon hosted by Ben Sanders and others. I will leave a link to his original video down below if you want to hop on board and join in with this. Today is 5 books you really want to read this year. These could be any genre, so there's no need to restrict yourself to just YA or anything. It's any genre, but it's 5 books that you particularly want to read this year. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit and mention one, but it's not officially been announced that it's coming out this year yet. So I'm sort of counting it as hopefully it's coming out. But that would be The Expanse, Book 8 by James S.A. Corey. I'm currently reading Book 7, Persepolis Rising. I just love this series and I want more of it all the time. And I'm really hoping to get a collection of short stories. You know, I'll just be happy. So that's my bonus book. But there is no official release date for it just yet, so I have to wait and see. So first up, I've got these 2 tomes from J Maas, Court of Wings and Ruin, which is book 3 of the Thorn and Roses series, and Tower of Dawn, which is book, I think 5.1, I think is how I've categorised it. It runs parallel with the events that happen in Empire of Storms. So I really want to read these 2 because obviously next ones in the series are coming out later this year. These are high on my list. Another one high on my list is Plague of Giants. This is by Kevin Ahern. I got this in, I think, October's Page Habit book. And I haven't got around to reading it yet. This is a whopping massive book, as you can see. I mean, it's huge. And it's really heavy, but it totally appeals. It's my kind of thing. And it's like this huge epic fantasy series starting off with this book. So I really want to get around to reading this sooner rather than later. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Most people seem to have heard of this one at least by now. If not, there's a whacking great big movie coming out of it later this year by Steven Spielberg. And it's basically, if you like the 80s, pop culture references pretty much every other line, and a dystopian future where everybody lives in virtual reality, you'll love this book. If you can't stand pop culture or you hate the 80s and everything to do with the 80s, don't read this book. But I love it. I was an 80s girl. That was my decade of growing up. So I have half heard most of this because my husband was reading to me at bedtime and I sort of kept dozing off. So I have heard bits of it. I really enjoyed what I did here. I enjoyed the overall plot. And I really liked all the pop culture references because so much of it I could identify with. And it's like, yeah, I remember that. So I really want to read this, particularly before the film comes out. Next up, I've got The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. This has been on my shelf for a little while now. My husband picked it up for me because he thought it looked like my kind of thing. But this is effectively spies, historical, and libraries. So it's also got a lovely shiny cover. So I want to read that one. And then my final book on this list is Robin Hobb's Assassin's Apprentice. I've been meaning to read this for almost a year now. I will read this year. This is part of my reading challenge of my fantasy books. So this will be read. I just want to read it. I want to make sure I read this. But this is the start of a great epic series in a fantasy world following an assassin. So there are my 5 books I definitely want to read this year. Let me know down below what 5 books you want to read this year, please. Leave them in the comments or leave me links to your vlogs. That would be great. I will go and check them out. Don't worry if they go in the spam box, I'll go and find them. I'm quite happy to do that. As part of this videothon, we are linking up with other smaller booktubers out there. So my one for you today to go and check out is Todd the Librarian. It's a lot of glare. There we go. He's extremely laid back. If you like a very chilled person to listen to while talking about books, may I suggest you go and check out Todd the Librarian. He's very casual, very laid back, very calm. Actually, I think he's a pretty good influence if you've had like a manic day. He's the guy just to chill you out and listen to talking about books. He does books reviews and book tags. He's very, very easygoing. So I'd like you to go and check out his channel. I will leave a link down below in the description box for you to go and find. Really easy. And let's build more links in the community. I will also leave other links to other booktubers and book bloggers down below because I'm nice like that and you know I like doing that sort of thing. As always, my social media links will be in that box. somewhere, you know, just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, you'll find it towards the end. And my own book blogs down there as well, so, you know, if you go and say hi, that would be really nice of you. As always, thank you very much for watching, and happy reading, everyone. Bye!